So, hi everyone, we have Monish here with us. He's from VIT and recently he appeared for Accenture and he just got placed. Firstly, a hearty congratulations to you, Monish, from the whole team of Prep Insta. And he will
Yeah,
be
thank
sharing his
you.
interview experience for Accenture and currently he is doing internship in Caterpillar, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So, Monish, what was the platform used for your Accenture interview, Accenture exam?
Co-cubes platform.
Okay, okay. So, how Prepinsta has helped you in your any of the drives, like your Accenture drive or any other?
Okay. Before I took the Prep Insta course, like I was very much like not confident about aptitude and reasoning and all. And I mean, I want some coding basics even. So what
Okay,
I thought is like I browsed internet like which what would be the course for for which helped me in preparation for interviews now. Then I thought prep and stuff would be best. So I have chosen one course like which consists of preparation courses for IBM, TCS, Cognizant, and Capgemini and
okay,
Accenture. So I have selected the course and I have took it. Then I started preparing for particular companies like when TCS drive is appearing. So I prepare for TCS from that prep stuff. And later when Accenture arrived from for the placements, I have started preparing a particular Accenture course from past 2 weeks like that.
okay.
So I started seeing aptitude core videos first. Then I took a notes and I started writing some examples, so which would be helpful while before the exam day.
So basically,
So first,
Prepinsta helped you in your aptitude, right? So you prepared for your
yeah,
aptitude part from Prepinsta.
yeah,
Okay, okay. So from where you came to know about this Accenture drive?
on campus like
So it was an on campus drive, right?
yeah,
Okay, okay. So what were the roles offered to you?
it's ADA as Application Development Associate.
Okay, and what was the package for that?
It's 4.5.
4.5. Okay. So the platform was CoQs, right? You
Yeah,
appeared for this drive in December, I guess.
yeah.
So what were the rounds there in Accenture?
It's typically 3 rounds.
Okay.
First round is cognitive and aptitude exam, and the second round is a communication round, and third one is technical plus HR interview.
Okay. So basically, they have a single interview round, right?
Yeah,
So what were the sections in your online test?
in online test we have aptitude, reasoning,
Okay.
and which are MCQs, uh, and oops questions and
So
networking questions.
as of like I know, like they have two sections: cognitive ability and your technical assessment, right?
Yeah,
And this
yeah,
your aptitude thing is a part of cognitive test.
yeah.
Okay, so how many sections were there in your technical assessment? What were the like topics or they have covered in the technical test?
They will cover like all the topics mostly. You should have basics like in coding stuff. Like you need to have what is stacks, queues. So few examples you need to know about stacks, queues, and basic things like. Uh, so they'll cover most of the topics from those. So the MCQs will be mostly from that part and from operating systems
Okay.
and from networking and yeah, mostly from that those topics. Yeah.
Okay, so what was the difficulty for the technical test?
Difficulty like they will for the MCQ based questions, you will have like code and you need to predict the I mean you need to select the output like what will be the output of the of this code.
Okay.
So they have used bitwise operators. So I have like faced a few difficulties like while what I didn't practice with bitwise operators, so they have asked like in the code they are using bitwise operators. So I don't know much about that. So that was a difficulty I faced.
So you
And
you
link
belong to CSIT background or the ECE?
CS.
Okay, CS. Okay, okay. So after your first round, you went for the second round, right? Your
Yeah,
coding round.
yeah,
Was the first
yeah,
round was it a elimination round?
yeah. It is an elimination round. You have a cutoff like 60%. You need to get in. Each. I mean,
Like before
each module.
appearing for
So
your coding round, you have to clear the cutoff of first round, right?
yeah,
Okay. So your coding round was the second one. How many
yeah.
questions were there in the coding round?
Two questions, two coding questions, like 90 minutes for that two coding questions. Yeah.
Do you remember any topic or question?
I remember one question. Like, it is a password checker question. So it's a strings, and what exactly the question is. If the password is like, I mean, they will have set of constraints. The password should be like capital, small, and it should combines as symbols and dots on it. So if the password consists of these letters of, I mean, these combination of words, then the password should be valid. And if it doesn't not if it not matches any of this thing, the password, I mean, the output should be zero or else one. So it's like password checker code. Yeah.
Okay. So according to you, coding questions were based on strings, text, linked list, maybe, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what was the difficulty level of these questions? Four questions, easy to medium or medium to hard? Like what was the difficulty?
First question will be like from easy to medium. Like it will be mostly easy if you're like very much confident and like very much good at coding.
Okay.
And like the second question is like bit level high when you compare to first level first question.
So there were two questions in 45 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And what were the round after this round? After this, your coding test?
After the coding test, you will get
What
the
was the other
communication
round?
assessment. Yeah. There will be
Communication
next
test.
round is communication assessment.
Okay, okay. So communication test is your third round, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of questions were there in coding round?
As a coding round, as I mentioned before, mostly it will be based on strings or linked list or queues.
And what about
Mostly on
the
this trip.
communication test?
Communication test, like they will display few few sentences, so you need to remember that, and the sentence will go off after like 10 seconds, so you need to repeat that sentences.
So
That will be
basically,
like,
they are testing your spoken English in this round, right?
yeah, spoken English and jumbled sentences like that.
Okay, okay, okay. So basic grammar questions and your recording part. You have to like
Yeah.
repeat after the computer, or you have to just read the whole paragraph thing.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And after that, you must went. You already have went to the interview round, right?
Yeah.
So what were the questions panelists asked to you?
Firstly, they asked me to tell about myself.
Okay.
So briefly tell about myself, where did I study, about my family, how many members are there in my family, and what does my father do, like my mother does and my
So how
brothers
you
are doing.
answered this question?
I said I have like six members in my family, and my father is a businessman, and my mother is a housewife, and I have two elder brothers who are currently pursuing their bachelor's degree. And yeah, that's all about my family, I told. And coming to the college, they asked about my, I mean, everything, like what are the projects I did,
Okay.
and what are my experiences. Like I
So
have
what was
my
your
previous
project, Monish?
project. It's one second. The project is on web scraping and crawling using MongoDB.
Okay. So they must
So
have
that was
asked
my
you
first
questions
project.
related to MongoDB.
I mean, they didn't ask anything in particular about why what is MongoDB and all, but they have asked like what is web scraping and why did
What
you
was
select
your
this project.
role? What was your role in that whole project?
Yeah. So they were asking like whether it's a team project or it's a solo project.
Okay.
So like they asked about the projects, what are the projects I did, and what are my internship experiences,
Okay.
and what is like what did you do in this internship, and it's particularly like that, and what about and the skills you have and the technical skills and your personal interest
So did they ask
like
you
that.
any technical question related to any topic,
Uh,
like or based on your OOPS concept or Java or anything else? DBMS
no,
queries.
they didn't ask anything in particular. They asked about my internship experiences and projects,
That's
and
all.
normal questions like why did you start this project, and what is the reason behind it. Like you before selecting one project, you will have some assumptions, right? Like why did like what are the particular prerequisites while you're selecting this project? How did you select? That's what they particularly asked me.
So okay, so what you answered?
So, for example, while taking web scraping project, web scraping is like totally no SQL project. So I have a subject in college. So for the no SQL subject, I need to do something which is related to document based database structure. So then I have chosen a MongoDB.
Okay.
So for the MongoDB, it's a document oriented, and there is no particular a structure for the MongoDB. So then I have chosen like I have browsed internet like what are the projects which are available using MongoDB and how can I do it. Then I thought web scraping is like a recent trend project that like with the help of the web scraping we can do scrape the content from whatever websites we want. Like if you want to predict the weather, I think then we need to have the forecast of weather, like at what will be the percentage at this place. So the content, the data will be there in some few many websites. Like so, we need to scrape the data. So I thought this will be useful for me. That is the reason like why I have chosen this project. So I explained to them like this.
Okay, so you explained this thing to them.
Yeah,
So this was a kind of mixed HR and technical interview, right?
yeah,
They
yeah,
asked, they didn't ask you so many technical questions, right?
yeah,
So this was all right, Monish.
yeah.
Okay, so when you received the mail for your placement, like you got selected.
Like interview happened on Jan 6th or Jan 7th, and they said like we'll get the results on 12th, Jan 12th,
Okay.
but it got delayed and got like on 18th or 19th.
So you
So
received the mail directly from Accenture on 18th and 19th, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. So thank you so much for sharing your interview experience. I hope this must help the unplaced student who are preparing for Accenture. All the best for future. Thank you.